you've already heard about that. And this is the final week of this month, where we talk about a consciousness cleanse. It says 21 days. It's actually been today, as of today, 29 days, but then again, we allow for some extra days in there, where we're actually spending this time, and we've been spending our time in examining the past, the present, the future, and all of the patterns that go along with that, all the questions I've asked you all month long. And we've been spending this time to free up the reserves of our creative energy, to free up that something within us that is longing to create the life that we want. It's actually our soul's work. This is our job description. To allow ourselves to creatively express the highest and best for us. To live our own pattern, to live our own life, to invest our energy, time, and efforts towards thinking, saying, and doing those things that are going to serve us. And through this month, we've looked at some of the things that haven't served us. And I've given you a few clues along the way. But today we're talking about soul power, and this past week, there's been a number of conversations on the minister's email list about the program for computers called Dragon Naturally Speaking. And Dragon Speak is where you train your computer to recognize your voice, and then you just talk into a microphone and it types it up. Wow! I mean, this is not new technology, but it's new to me, and I'm like, oh yeah. I just have to sit back and think and talk. I don't have to worry about this, that, or another. And I thought, how simple can this be? Well, it is simple, but it's not quite that simple, because there are words that sound the same, spelled differently, and mean something else. And I found out this week, soul is one of those. So I thought, well, okay, I'm going to discuss soul from two different spellings, but they all come together in a metaphysical science of mind lesson. So let's go to soul, S-O-L-E. The first definition I found for soul, S-O-L-E, is single, without another, working alone without help. Now think about that. How many times have you felt lonely, even if you've been in a crowd? How many times have you felt like, gee, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel, you're not feeling well, and you just don't seem to have any friends calling you and finding out how you are? Our society, as a general rule, have gone from latchkey kids without parents, or without parents at home after school, to throwaway adults. But we don't have to be one of those. It's up to us. What do you need? What do you need to do? What do you need to say? What do you need to be to keep yourself from being a throwaway adult? And that's of any age. I was a gerontology social worker, and our culture particularly throws away the elderly. Puts them away, gets them out of our sight. So here's the lesson for us today. Particularly in terms of if you feel alone. First of all, I'm going to give you the guarantee that we're never alone, because we're never without spirit, we're never without that divine presence within and around us. But it says, first of all, we must pull up the weeds of any of our limiting beliefs. We must throw away the stories that we are alone, and instead fertilize the soil of our consciousness so that your new life can emerge. Now, isn't this the perfect time of year to do that? Rains at night, sunshine in the day. The plants in my yard are going crazy. I'm sure they are in yours too. It says we all need our sacred garden. We all need to deliberately and purposefully encode our consciousness with fresh, high vibration thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and images.